All right, HBCU family, this is Kyle T. Mosley here with a special edition of HBCU Legends podcast in conjunction with Black Sports Insiders. How you guys doing? It's summertime. We're almost, I think we're around 53, 54 days away from kickoffs on most of the HBCU campuses. And I don't know about you guys, but I am getting geeked. Especially next week, we have the major media days coming up. SWAC, MEAC, CIAA, as well as the SIAC. And if you guys didn't see the announcement, I think Shady McCoy is going to be with Tiffany Green as well as Jay Walker over at the MEAC's Media Day at Baltimore Ravens Stadium. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see. Didn't know why they made that choice. Interesting choice to have LaShawn McCoy to be a part of that setting there. But he's good friends with Deshaun Jackson. Mike Vick could be something in it for him. I know he's been trying to beef up his journalism career as well. Guys, we have Noah Miles, the defensive lineman from Howard University. He's due to join us pretty soon. We also had a great interview with Bun B, the rap icon from Houston, Texas. He's a part of the MLS All-Star festivities that's going to take place in Austin, Texas next week. So a lot of activity is happening next week when it comes to sports. And of course, I think the WNBA All-Star game is coming up as well. We just had some special announcements today about the HBCU Classic that the NBA puts on each year. This year is going to take place in Los Angeles, and it's going to be hosted by the Los Angeles Clippers. And we have Hampton University taking on North Carolina A&T. So you have both of the CAA or the CAA HBCU basketball teams, and those guys will be throwing down in Los Angeles this season. So very interesting stuff there. So let's take a look at what's been happening out on the scene. We got some cultural pieces that have been written by Kyle Anthony Mosley, and you get to see him a little bit later. That's my son. He's interning with us over at HBCU Legends, so he wants to know what's on your playlist on the yard, what you're going to kick back to, what type of anthems are out there that you guys like to listen to. And if you didn't see this, Deshaun Jackson had practice with Delaware State, and Chase Young from the New Orleans Saints, you know, he was the second overall pick for the Washington Commanders when he was coming out of Ohio State. Defensive end, tore up his knee his second year in the league, major reconstruction. But the Saints gave him a year prove-it deal last year. And this year, I guess they liked what they saw. They gave him a 3-year, $53 million contract. And he's going to be playing for the Saints again. Of course, you got Cam Jordan, who is the longtime Saints defensive end and edge rusher. He is no longer the power guy that he used to be. He still can get to the quarterback, don't get me wrong, but Cam is probably in the last year of his tenure in the National Football League, and he said he doesn't want to play anywhere else but in New Orleans. So I think this will be a good choice for the Saints to have Chase Young to slide in. But he gave the Hornets football team some great nuggets. He was very candid about what happened with his career. And he told those guys consistency is what you need in this business. Well, I can say the same thing as far as media is concerned. Consistency is what you need. So let's see here. If you guys didn't check this out, you got Dawn Thornton, coach of Alabama A&M. She went to festival, the Essence Festival, and she was a part of the BeautyCon, and she was one of the panelists. If guys don't know, Dawn Thornton comes up with the most stylish outfits on the sidelines, and she really knows how to put it all together. She has a great stylist that's from Alabama who really helps her out. And Coach told us she was very happy to be a part of it. It felt like it was a blessing to be a part of it as well. So, congratulations, Coach. And this is another article. She felt unapologetic about her style. Yeah, well, you look good. All right. And we got we got Air McNair, who guys don't know, it was a tragedy that he lost his life on 4th of July, around 16 years ago. And, so we just gave honor to Steve Air McNair for all that he has done, a part of being with the National Football League, but also an HBCU legend. Okay. And the Morehouse College, they won the 2025 HBCU Battle of the Brains competition. I could have told you guys that, being from the house, we are going to win. But yeah, congratulations to you guys, man. That was a great victory for the house. And also, guys, we had quite the haul from the NHL. We had over 6 young men of color, and also you had some indigenous athletes that were chosen in the NHL draft. Now, if you guys don't know, Tennessee State is going to be putting out the first HBCU ice hockey team this season. And it's going to be in Nashville. The Panthers are helping them out with that as well. But it's going to be a really good season to see hockey and our brothers on ice. So, and there's a great book out there called Black Ice. Try to check that out. We're calling this the new Black Ice. All right. So we don't have Mr. Miles yet. So let's go ahead and play the interview with Bun B. All right, HBCU Legends fans, as well as Black Sports Insiders, it's Kyle T. Mosley here with a special edition. We got a legend in the house. And we always bring you legendary figures from sports as well as entertainment. And I have a special co-host today, my son, Kyle Anthony Mosley. What's going on, Kyle?
Nothing much. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing?
All right, great. Well, our special guest is none other than rap legend here in Houston. He's just laid the foundation for all what we know about rap. He, as well as the guys at DJ Screw Up Records as well. But also, he's I would call him a serial entrepreneur nowadays. And when I spoke to him a few months ago at the Roughnecks opening, we talked about possibly owning a franchise of sports, or becoming a minority owner somewhere. We'll talk to him a little bit about that. It's none other than Mr. Bun B. What's going on, Bun?
I'm good. Good morning, Mr. Mosleys.
Well, it's good to have you, man. Look, we spent Father's Day at Trill Burgers, man.
Oh, wow, man. We are honored. That's amazing.
Yeah. I had never had a Trill Burger. I told Kyle, I said, I always want to have a Trill Burger. So this is my Father's Day.
I love it. And you're a good son, Kyle, for taking care of him. You know.
Hey, thank you. I mean, I gotta put him on. It's one of the best burger in the city. Best burger in the city. So
very tasty.
I'm honored. I am honored. Thank you so much. We don't take that lightly. We take that very seriously at Trill Burger. So we hope that we continue to be best burger for you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you're gonna see me much more, man. But before we get into the interview, of course, if you don't know, a lot of tragedy has happened here in Texas. We just recently had some very devastating flooding to occur in Central Texas. Bun, what's your initial thoughts about what has happened to our native Texans?
I mean, it's extremely tragic. You know what I'm saying? What's happened to that entire area and community. Obviously Kerrville in particular, but all surrounding areas and all surrounding communities, not just the land, but the people. have been affected by this. These are people that, you know, many people in the community they grew up with, they went to school with, they worked together. Their children, unfortunately, were all at Camp Mystic together. Some of those children have still not been found. So it's just a very, very down time in Texas overall, because even if you're not from the region, you know what I'm saying, your compassion, your humanity, you know, calls for you to try to, at the very least, pray and offer them hope, and at the, you know, if possible, to send resources and send help. Thank God for, you know, HEB for being able to stand up in the gap. You know what I'm saying? HEB, an amazing brand in Texas, and they understand what happens in store time. They understand what happens when these type of situations, you know, take place. They know that people need water, people need food, people need supplies, and they're typically the hub that many people would go to, you know, get those supplies. So thank God that they've stepped up. Thank God to this many citizens that have stepped up, and different organizations that are just trying to help their fellow man and woman and child. You know,
Yeah.
we continue to pray for those affected, the families that have lost people, the communities that have lost people. You know, so many camp counselors and, you know, parents, you know, lost their lives trying to save these children. And it's just a very sad moment in Texas. And we ask anybody that's within earshot or eyeshot of this interview to continue to pray for those peoples in those communities, because it's going to take a long time for those people to rebuild their lives. Some of them will never have the same life that they had before. Everyone's going to have to deal with some sort of new normal in their lives. And we just pray for strength and God's mercy for those people right now.
Yeah, definitely. 20 years ago, and Kyle was now 20. He was just a few months ago when my family was affected with Hurricane Katrina. And it's the anniversary now coming up in August. So we are reaching out to you guys with our prayers, as well as our financial hope that we could be able to help in one way, shape, or form with people trying to, if not completely get their lives together, help restore it in one way, shape, or form. So
Absolutely. And we at Trail Burgers, we understand the need right now. So we're tomorrow, it's going to be Wednesday. Wednesday, I want to say the 10th,
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
the
Is it the
ninth,
9th?
ninth.
Wednesday
Yeah.
the 9th.
Mhm.
So this Wednesday, we'll be giving away 100% of the profit from Trill Burgers, both
Wow.
locations, our Shepherd location and our Louetta Spring location. We're going to be giving away all of the profit of the proceeds for these people to, you know, just look. And it's a drop in the bucket. This is
Yeah.
going to be billions
Yeah.
of dollars that's going to be needed to rebuild these communities. But we at Trill Burgers want to make sure that we're doing what we can to help these people in this time.
Yeah. I applaud you, man. Thank you so much. And Kyle, we may need to just go over there and help support as well, man.
For sure, for sure.
It's a
All right.
win-win situation. You get a great meal and you get to help some people. It's a win-win
Exactly.
situation.
Definitely. Definitely. All right, Bun. Let's talk about why we're here. You have the Game On Burger campaign that's going to be a part of the 2025 MLS All-Star game in Austin, Texas, man. And you're doing it with a collaboration with is it Live Barbecue?
Yes, La Barbecue.
Live Barbecue. Talk about that and how did this all come to be?
Well, I mean, MLS reached out to us. You know, we've had a great relationship with Major League Soccer over the past couple of years, being a vendor for the Houston Dynamo and in their stadium. So we've had a great relationship, presenting that burger to all the great soccer fans. We've been able to build a relationship with soccer fans as well as different people in the league and whatnot. And when we were approached with this opportunity, we couldn't wait to take advantage of it. You know, soccer is not something that many people directly associate with the state of Texas. But if you live in Texas, you know that with such a large Mexican and Hispanic community, that it's only a matter of time before soccer permeates throughout the city and becomes a part of, you know, a traditional Mexican pastime turned Houston pastime.
Right.
We love to see people living in their element, and nothing for me is more satisfying than to see something like this come to the state of Texas, where so many fans already reside and are appreciative of it. We at Trill Burgers couldn't be happier to have been asked to be a part of it, primarily because I mean, who doesn't want to be partnered with such an, storied organization as the MLS? But then also, we haven't really had the proper opportunity to present Trill Burgers to the city of Austin en masse. We've done it twice before, but it's been very small gatherings. This is an opportunity for us to present the beauty and the glory of our Trill Burger products to the masses in Austin. Over those 5 days, we are excited about the different opportunities and places we're going to be. We'll be a part of the great opening ceremony where everyone gets to come out and see everything. On the 19th, we'll be a part of that. We'll also be bouncing around Austin. We've got a couple of different places they'll be able to catch us. We've got an actual collaboration with Sneaker Source Politics in Austin as well. So we'll be posted up in front of Politics. I want to say the 22nd. We'll be collaborating with them. There'll be a special T-shirt collaboration between Trill Burgers and Politics, and the truck will be right outside. So it's going to be a great week for us. We'll be, because we're mobile. Normally we're not mobile in the city, but because we are, we'll have the opportunity to present the burger to a couple of different people in a couple of different places. And I'm excited to see the All-Star Game. It's the first time an All-Star Game's been presented in the state. Austin's right up the street. So I'm really excited to be a part of all the fanfare. We're going to do our thing, being part of hospitality and hosting. But then at some point, I want to kind of kick back and enjoy soccer like all the great fans that are coming into the city.
Yeah, especially if we got Kyle, you may know better than I do because he follows soccer. Do we have some of the fellow Dynamo that's going to be a part of the All-Star Game?
Well, they haven't done final All-Star selections yet, but hopefully we have a few guys up there. I'm looking for our guy Jack McGlenn and
Absolutely.
Ezekiel Ponce to get up in there. So
I need Zeke in that game, man. For real.
Exactly, man. That's our number 10 right there. If you don't know that, that's our number 10.
Yeah, he used to hang out with a couple of the soccer guys that lived in his apartment. So,
dope. So you got a real relationship.
Yeah. I've been a fan for a while, man. Big time fan. Like, football is life, as they said in Ted Lasso. But it really is. Like, I love it, man. I love it. So I'm really happy you're doing this collab. Like, this means something to me. This is a big crossover in my life. I like that.
I see why you brought in this co-host today.
Yeah. Look, man, got to put them to work there.
Especially need that summer job. Always
get them working, man. But Bun, the cool thing about it, you're going to have your food truck wrapped. Is that correct?
Yes, we're doing a special design. I don't want to give away too much now, but it's going to be a very special design to coincide with everything that's happening this week. Trust me when I tell you, it won't be hard to find us.
All right.
That's because they're going to be a
That's Coach Prime will say it ain't too hard to find it.
No, because Austin is a great food city. Austin has a plethora of food trucks around the city. I've been eating at many for many years while going to South by and visiting family and whatnot. There's a lot of great food in Austin. So we made sure that we won't be hard to find. So if you're going to be looking for that Trill Burger truck, if it's amongst a group of trucks, will be very easy to find.
All right, guys, 19th and 20th, you can find them at 900 and 901 Riverside Drive at the auditorium, and on the 21st on Harris Ridge Boulevard at Palmer Field, and Sneaker Politics. He talked about that at 221 West 2nd Street. And then, of course, at the All-Star Game, he will be at the stadium.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty cool, man. Let's talk a little bit about you, man. You've been doing such a great job. And when I had that conversation with you to ask you about becoming a minority owner in Houston somewhere, as well as helping HBCUs, it set off a firestorm, so to speak. But let's talk about your inspiration, Trill Burgers, as well as partnering with sports. How do you see that intersection?
Well, we as a company want our fans to be not just, regular consumer. We don't want just an average customer. We want people to fall in love with this brand. We want people to carry this brand on their shoulders. When they go to another city and people talk about their burgers, I want them to brag on us in the same way that they brag on the Rockets, the Astros, the Texans, the Dynamo, the Dash, whatever it may be. I look at this as an opportunity to have a deeper connection with fans that have already supported me through the music industry. This is just another part of that. This is an extension of that. And I think the more you try to build that personal bond with people, the more it's appreciated. So we want to be there as a part of their life, not just an average mealtime or an average dinner, but on those days where you guys are going to get together and watch a game. I want that to be the meal for that. If you guys are going to go to NRG and watch a Texans game, we want to be available for that. Eventually, we'd love to be somewhere for people to be able to dine on Trill Burgers at every sports venue, and something that would carry over to other cities, because we know that sports fans travel, right? So as we're playing some of these amazing teams in NRG Stadium this season, and those guys get to try a Trill Burger, they get back home and they may want it in their stadium.
Yeah.
So we use this burger not just as not just as food, just as a meal, but also as a cultural export to people. You know what I'm saying? Because once you have a Trill Burger, you go back home and try to have a burger, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same, man.
It's
No.
not going to be the same thing. So, we believe that this burger represents not just us as a company, not just me as an individual, but we think it represents the city in the best way. And we believe that in the same way that we have Texans fans all over the country, and Rockets fans and Astros fans all over the country and around the world, we want to have Trill Burger fans too. And we want to make sure that they have a great experience with our burger in the same way that they have at sporting events and different games and so sort. And we know that when a football fan loves something, they're all in for that. If they love a team, they're all in. If they love a player, they're all in. So we want them to love this burger and be all in. We just want to have, I'm a Texans fan, I'm a football fan. So that's a connection that I already have with a lot of my fan base. This gives me an opportunity to have an even deeper, relationship with my base. And I'm excited about not only expanding in the city of Houston, but potentially expanding all over the country to a lot of different cities. And I would hope that for some cities, for some individuals, me moving into their town wouldn't be the first time they had a Trill Burger.
Awesome. Kyle.
Oh, well, it is my turn. The floor has opened up. So I guess it's time I ask you a few important questions about something we all care about here in H-Town. 713 days coming up. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. We just had June 27th, one weekend. The next weekend, we had DJ Screw Day. And then the following weekend, we got 713 Day, which is, unofficially Lil Kiki's Day in Houston, right? Because he's the one that kind of coined that 713, 713 terms. Look, it's a great time to live in Houston, Texas. That's what I can tell you, right? The city is representing amazingly. We are an amazing sports destination now for all teams and all sports. We're still leading things with music, with people like Megan and people like Maxo Cream and people like Travis Scott and Sauce Walker and all these amazing artists that are doing great things here in the city, Cartel Bo and Lil Jeremy and all those guys, you know what I'm saying? So we're on the cutting edge of so many different trends, whether it be food, whether it be music, whether it be sports, whether it be fashion, whatever it is. Houston is now in 2025 in the conversation. And I couldn't pick another city that I'd rather be representing right now than Houston.
Hey, man, I thank you for that. Means a lot to hear, just like the impact of 713 coming from an OG, like someone who's truly a founder in the city of like setting bricks and laying the foundation for the artists that we have today, like Travis and Maxo Cream and Megan, because Megan is truly like, honestly, she's becoming a cornerstone in the community. And I think that's really important as well, especially coming from HBCU like TSU. And as somebody who is the son of an HBCU product, and we have schools like Texas Southern University, when it comes to our HBCU impact, do you think we're going to get more Trill Burger pop-ups on HBCU campuses like PV and TSU this fall?
I would go even further. The goal for us is to at some point be on campuses.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether they be in HBCU or otherwise, we would love to expand our brand out to more and more campuses. We started our first relationship with the University of Houston. We've been there for a year. We're going to continue again for another year. But there has been messages exchanged, I will say, between Prairie View University and ourselves. Not something that we could possibly activate in the next semester, but it is something that, we know the interest is there. We know that they would love to have that type of representation on campus. We would love to bring that level of representation, which would be inspirational for many students at HBCUs, but also give them a quality product, if nothing else, right? But I believe we have a lot to offer to an HBCU or any university in terms of management programs. When I say management, there's regular business management, but then there's also hospitality management.
Right.
Many universities carry those courses. So we would love to not only be there as a vendor on campus, but then also in some form or fashion to be able to help lend what our expertise and our knowledge to the educational process for people who may be looking to go in that field.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I'd love to be an accredited vendor where people could work with the company and get some type of accreditation at that university. So, that begins with the business school and different things. But these are things that people are already very curious about. And so, hopefully, in the next year or two, we could not only be a part of someone's food court on someone's campus, but in some form or fashion, be a part of said curriculum.
That would be great, man, because I know at Texas Southern, especially with Dr. Cavill, he does a great job with the sports management, but we talk about the intersection of sports management as well as entertainment and how that could be would help boost the whole profile of the university. So that's something that I guess we can talk a little bit more offline about. But I just need to ask a couple of personal reflections from you. KD is now here in the Houston area, Kevin Durant. And a lot of people have, like my son, he's overjoyed with it. But how do you feel about KD now being a part of the Houston community?
Well, it's crazy because my relationship with KD goes back many years.
Good.
It's crazy because, I had several friends that were playing with him at the time in Oklahoma City. Kendrick Perkins, of course, Steven Jackson was around in that city at that time as well. And then Justice Tudor was just hanging out because he was right there in San Antonio at the time. So that whole little group of guys, we all were very close to each other. And then, getting to know James as they went on that, that finals run where they made it to the finals, right. Being around those guys, starting that relationship with James, which then as he came to Houston only strengthened. But Kevin Durant personally, I mean, Kevin's gives my wife, first of all, my wife is probably the biggest Kevin Durant fan in the world, right? So he was kind enough to give her a pair of shoes back in the day. We actually recorded a song together. KD was working on music for a while, and we'd actually recorded a song together. So as soon as I saw that they had traded for him, I immediately reached out to Rich Kleiman. You know what I'm saying? I immediately, Randy hit me up ASAP, was like, yo, we need to come get that burger. KD tapped in, like, I'm in your city now, let's get it. And we are just excited about the potential for this team. This is the team that went into the playoffs already ranked number 2 in the Western Conference. You know what I'm saying? And they've done nothing but improve on that team. So as long as everything gels, and Ime and Kevin have had a relationship since he played for the Nets, so he knows what type of hole he's trying to fill. He believes that Kevin can fill that hole, and the relationship is there from a coaching aspect, so we don't have to worry about if the play styles work or if they're going to be bumping heads with ego or anything like that. These guys are ready to work together. They're ready to bring a chip to this city. I'm excited about future opportunities. We still have great players. Seguin is still there. Smith Jr. is still there. Thompson is still there. Adams is back. Finney Smith is there now. So we've got a lot of great puzzle pieces that we can put together and hopefully take it to that next level, get in those conference finals and then potentially the NBA finals.
Yeah, definitely. Kyle, one last question for Bun B.
I mean, I don't have another question, but I do want to piggyback off of what we were just talking about with the Rockets. Do you feel that Amen Thompson's three-pointer needs to be developed quite a bit more and to be consistent with KD coming into this next season?
I think he can work on it. I'd much rather have guys work on mid-range shots because you don't want to be a team that lives on three. Obviously, you want to be able to have three-point proficiency as a team. But I would definitely want a little bit more mid-range. Yes, of course, I would love for him to be able to shoot from the outside, but I don't want that to be the focus of his game. You know what I'm saying? If there's a way he can improve on it, so if he is, you know what I'm saying, in the corner somewhere and he can, and, he's open and he can hit that shot, I'd love for him to take that shot and be confident in that shot when he takes it. But that being said, I really would love a mid-range shot from him. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's where he's going to end up at. A lot of times he's going to be trying to drive to the goal, and if he can't get there, then he can always pop up from within range and hit that shot. So I love to watch guys work on mid-range shots. That way they're dangerous from anywhere.
Definitely.
I like that.
Oh. Okay, Bun. tell everybody how they can find you on the World Wide Web, as well as go visit you, as well as your establishments in the Houston area.
Well, all things Bun B, you can always go to my social media. You know, my Instagram is at Bun B. My Twitter is at Trilogy, at Bun B Trilogy. Facebook is the official Bun B of UGK. YouTube, the official Bun B of UGK. And for all things burgers, you can follow us at Trill Burgers on all social media platforms, or stop by and see us one day.
Guys, you got to get a Trill Burger. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to leave it with you right there. You got to get a Trill Burger. It's all that. All right. I'm Kyle T. Mosley. That's my son, Kyle Anthony Mosley. And it's none other than legend Bun B. Bun, I appreciate you, man, so much, and hope we could be able to chat it up a little bit later as well, especially coming into the seasons, the basketball as well as the football seasons. I know
Absolutely.
you get very active around those times, but keep doing what you're doing. Proud of you. You do a great job, man.
Thank you, Mr. Mosley and Mr. Mosley. I appreciate you both today for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. I'm Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends, as well as the Black Sports Insiders. And that's Kyle Anthony Mosley. And Bun B, thank you very much. Go visit him at Trill Burgers. Take care, guys. Okay, guys, that was the interview with Bun B. I hope you enjoyed it as well as I did. Bun is doing a lot of great things here in the Houston area, but I think you're going to see that Trill Burgers franchise start to expand across not only here in the Texas area, but I think you'll see it expand in a lot of other states as well. Now, let's bring on a Howard Bison. We usually don't like to have those Howard Bisons on our program, but those guys are cool. I'm a Morehouse guy. They used to beat up on us all the time. So, Mr. Noah Miles, what's going on, man?
How you doing? How you doing? Good. Everything
Yeah,
good,
you guys used to put it to us, man, back in the day.
Yeah, hey, still do. I ain't gonna lie, still do. That was my stats game. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Guys, if you don't know this young man, now Noah, is this your senior year, right?
Yes, sir. This is my final year, my last eligibility year as well. So this is chips all in the bag right here.
Yeah. Look, if y'all don't know it, this young man was all conference MEAC. Plus, he had what, 8 sacks?
8 sacks, 11 and a half TFLs, and 24 tackles.
Ooh, you were smoking,
Yes, sir.
baby.
Yes, sir. Let's
All
go.
right.
Hey, the engine running is hot. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Yes, sir.
Well, great. I want people to get to know some of the young talent that's out there in HBCU football. And Noah is one of the first guys that we wanted to have you to really recognize and get to know. A lot of people don't know the guys behind the face mask. So thank you for taking some time to talk to us. Noah, you're from Tampa, Florida. Is that correct?
Sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. How was it growing up in Tampa?
You know, I have a big family. I'm the youngest out of 10.
Out of 10?
Yes, I have 8 brothers. 8
So your
older
dad
brothers.
was trying for his own football offense or defense? What?
I mean, you can say he had a plan. It don't always go as planned, but he had a plan.
Okay, gotcha.
But I'm the youngest out of 10. I have 8 older brothers and 1 older sister. She's the oldest. And then
Really?
yeah, same mom, same dad, all still in the same household. Grew up around a big family. Always been around family. It's very been like a supportive vibe that comes from home, because you're around family. You get to do activities out. It's sunny. Sometimes it rains. I'm not gonna lie, it do get, but it's sunny. You got bike rides around the block with the family. You got outings you got to go to. You got Channelside, Ybor, downtown Tampa. It's beautiful, man. They hooking up the place over there. I ain't been there since, I think, 2023. But
Really? Okay.
yeah, I ain't been home in a minute. I just been dialed in, focusing on school and getting my goals accomplished one step at a time.
All right.
But at home, everything could be so great at home if it wasn't too hot. I'm telling you, that's one thing about me. I love Florida. I love flat. I love open space. I love fields and all that. Is when it get too hot, it get too hot. You can't do nothing about that.
Yeah,
So,
look, man, but I grew up in New Orleans, so
mhm.
humidity I'm used to. I'm here in Houston now. Humidity I'm used to.
Okay.
Now I visited my family in Orlando and Winter Springs area.
Mhm.
Humidity I'm used to. So
Okay.
I feel you, and I have a sister-in-law in Fort Lauderdale, so I
There
got
you
you,
go.
man.
That's in the heat right there. There you go.
Yeah. Now
But
I don't know if I'm going back to Tampa anytime soon. Last time I was there, I lost some money in the casino. So
ooh, ooh, they done robbed you, boy,
they
man.
got me, babe.
Man, hey, don't go to the casino. Go to the one in Miami. Go to that one. That one can get you
Okay.
some money. The one in
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. You just might just
It
throwing it
was
to
all
everybody.
fun, man.
Yeah.
It was all fun. But talk to me about what are you majoring in?
Right now I'm on my final year of my business management major. I don't have a minor. It doesn't require a minor. But right now I'm taking the class business policies. I just took B Law first summer session. I passed that with a B, and
All right.
I think I have like 21 credits left at
Okay.
Howard, and I'll be done. And I got my papers, man.
All right.
I'm telling you, it's been a long 4 years. When they say Howard different, yes, Howard
The,
is different.
the
You know,
Mecca. They call
yeah,
it the
the
Mecca.
Mecca. You gotta be built for it, man. You know how people say you Bama built, you gotta be built for Howard. Up here. Up here, you gotta be built for it, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I call y'all the pseudo Mecca. No, we know Morehouse is the Mecca, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
It's
a
all
lot.
about love, man. Howard, you guys produce a lot of talented players, football players. You guys also have really good team that you guys going to be prominently featured this year,
Mhm.
especially the first game when you guys kick off down in Miami
Yes,
at the
sir.
Orange Blossom
That's the
Classic
one. That's the
against
one.
FAMU. Talk about that one.
So I'm gonna go back to my sophomore year when we played in Celebration Bowl. I had a little bit of snaps in the game, but I'm not gonna lie, my first time ever be at a Celebration Bowl anywhere, even from high school, little league, or to college. Like it was my first go around. Um, as I'm taking everything in, I just know what my team came in for. I know what we came in looking for and what we've been owed because there's been too much work that was put in that year. And
Yeah,
for us to leave empty-handed, it sucks. It happened, but what you gonna do about it on the next opportunity? How you gonna dust yourself off? How you gonna reload? How you gonna lock in for the next? You feel me? For the next opportunity to come.
yeah,
So I feel like this game right here is, and also I never won an opener at Howard. Like ever since I've been
really
here, we never won an opener. So
interesting. Wow,
this game has so much history behind it by itself. It's more than just being serious. It's like it's like an itch on your neck. Like I need this win. You feel me? Because I've been
yeah,
back there. I know what it is. I know what it looked like, and I know what the standard's supposed to be. And this team that we're with this year is keeping that standard very high. So we're going in this game with high expectations for this W for sure.
well, good, good. I tell you, man, it's going to be a very competitive game between you guys. I know last year wasn't the year that the Bison wanted to put together, especially after following up from the Celebration Bowl year, right?
Hmm.
And I know Coach Scott has you guys locked in a little bit differently this off season, and we'll get a chance to speak with him next week. But
Okay.
just talk about how it is to play for a guy like Coach Scott.
Um, I would say you can be yourself. You can make mistakes. You can trip a little bit, but you got to show him that you're willing to sacrifice objects, people, fun, anything that keep you away from what you need or you were brought here to do. Like he's gonna put down step by step of what you need to follow. Like he's gonna
Right.
give you that chance. He's gonna also give you a chance to grow on your own because you're in college. You gotta learn about yourself a little bit. So he's also gonna give you that chance. But he always told me my freshman year, I used to be afraid of this one sentence. He always used to tell me, "You got one, I give you one. After that, no more.
No more.
I give you one." I ruined my one. I think the end of my freshman year. The end of my freshman year, I think I ruined it, and then ever
Well, at
since
least you
then,
lasted that long, though.
yeah, ever since then, I've been on my P's and Q's. So I would say for Coach Scott, if you show up to work, and you about to work and you a real dude, you a real guy, yes, that's the people he's looking for.
Okay.
Honesty, treating women with respect, no weapons, no drugs, no stealing. Follow our 5 core values. That's what it is. And if you can't hold that to the standard, because me, I've been here. I know what the standard look like. I know what it's supposed to be. So for a guy like me to even have a year like that, to be like, oh, I can hit the portal, I can go transfer, I can go do that. These schools done showed me so much love. I can't just up and leave because they had my back when I needed them the most. And I can't betray that. Cause in times where I was looking for somewhere to even play, like from high school to college, I was
Uh-huh.
looking for somewhere to play. I was
Right.
talking to coaches. I talked to Vernon Hargraves, who was my D-line coach at the time when I first came here, and then they really showed me love when I came up here. They told me what it was and what it's gonna be when you get here, how you're gonna have to work, and ever since then, I just
Oh, did we lose? Oh, well, we'll see if we can reconnect with Noah in a quick second. Okay, hold on. Let's bring him back. Okay, you back, Noah?
I still can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Do I have to rejoin and come back?
Yeah, do that. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Little technical difficulties, but it is what the TI is sometimes. Now, well, I got you guys to myself. Sign up for our HBCU Legends sports letter, guys, and it's going to be a nice impact with not only HBCU Legends, but we like to give you guys a little variety of other HBCU content that's going to be out there as well. Okay. So sign up for the newsletter and we'll have more information about that later. Let's bring Noah back in. Okay,
Sorry
Noah.
about that, man. Yeah, I had a buddy calling me of mine, my old friend, back from high school.
No problem. No
Yes, sir.
problem. All right. Let's talk about this, man, because I saw something interesting in your profile. You love cars and you love to work on cars. Where did that all come from?
As a kid, I don't know if you ever heard of a game called Midnight Club. That was for PS2, PS1, even for PS3.
Okay.
Uh, my brothers, they always played it around me, and my pops, he was a mechanic by heart. Like after he did his military thing, after he done what like the trucking business he had going on, he used to grab my brothers every morning. Used to go junking cars, scrapping cars, working on cars. Even used to bring some of them home for my brothers to train and drive, like learn how to drive
Really?
in the backyard. Yeah,
Okay.
so I was always around like vehicles, like even just to go by the hood, look at Pop, see my brother working on the car, just to get my hands dirty. Like, yo, mom, I'm working on the car. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So that was like one of my biggest things growing up. Being active, being outside, and with the car thing is you can customize your cars on the game just like you can do in real life. I just had to get older. But I would say one of my other brothers that was with my pops, he took the mechanic job serious. He's actually a blue collar man. That
Okay.
his company's called John the Mechanic. He's a mobile mechanic in Atlanta, Georgia. And recently, me and him just swapped. Actually, we just swapped the engine in my car this May
Really?
in 2 days.
Wow. Now,
Yes.
what type of car you got?
I have a 2015 EcoBoost Mustang.
Really? Look
Yes.
at you, man.
Yes.
All right.
That
All
was,
right.
I would say that car was a blessing. I'm not gonna lie, because in high school, I'm a working guy. After practice, I go to work. After school, I go to practice, right? It was that for me every day. So
Yeah.
I was working up to the car. And I don't know like if it was just meant for me just to have the car, but early morning one day I had just hit a workout with James Wilder, the dude that played in the CFL.
Really?
I just had a morning workout with him like around 5. I dropped my brother off at work at his mechanic job at work, and I was headed to school by like 7 something, and I got rear-ended in my pop's car by a military dude. And
Okay.
unfortunately, I do have 2 lower discs that's sticking out of my back. But unfortunately, I was blessed enough to follow a lawsuit to get like profit from the accident.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what led me to purchasing my car and being able to have something in my pocket for college.
Time out, man. You talk about you have discs coming out your back. Is that still happening now? And you're playing
Um,
football?
I would say, yeah, it ain't stopped me from my vision. You know, I can still
Okay.
move, I can still jump high, I can still lift. You know, I
Okay.
can. I'm active, I'm young, and really, I'm just building the muscles around my lower back to like really keep it sustained for when I get older. I have those muscles for support. So
Okay.
yeah,
All
for
right.
right now, I'm really just building lower back and keeping everything safe and sound. So
Yeah, your mama didn't say, my baby.
hey man, now if you really want to go way back then, she didn't want even want me to play football. She like, you the baby, right? You the
Yes.
baby of the family. I don't want you
Yeah.
to get hurt. I see how she saw a couple of clips of Ray Lewis and was telling me I couldn't go play football at Little League. Like, do you see how big I am? I'm 15, 6'1", 280 pounds.
15 and you're 6'1".
Yes, yes, sir.
Wow.
And at that time, I was homeschooled. I didn't do anything besides do school. I walked the neighbor's dogs. I cut a little grass. Got a little money in my pocket. That's what I used to do until I came across the field. As I'm walking, like I got like 5 dogs in front of me. I'm walking by the field. I see these kids. I see them helmets. I see them white, them white little league bucket helmets. I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, dang, like I want to be a part of something like that. Like you feel me? Like a little
Yeah.
brotherhood. Because as I'm growing, my older brothers, they're leaving the house. I'm basically like the only one left in the house. So like
Right.
me
Right.
growing up with family around me to like nothing to having my own room, I never thought that would happen. I never thought that would happen. With
Yeah.
10 what? So as I'm always watching, I'm always looking. Every time I walk the dogs, it was always 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's when practice starts, and it doesn't end. Like that's like the warm up, and it doesn't end till 8. So I was always there watching, and then one of the coaches came and walked up to me. He was like, "You want to play football? All you gotta do is like get this insurance paper, get your people's assigned, and pay the $60." I said, "Okay, bet." So I went home. I told my pops. He didn't really believe me. He tried to put me through like an NFL test and was telling me about things I need to write up, saying who was the MVP of this year, who was this, who was that, what quarterback led this team to the championship, like just a whole bunch of like. To me, it was boring. I was like, "Yo, I don't want to do that." Right? Like, come on.
He made you learn the history. If you want
Yeah,
to be
but he
some
was
a
trying to.
part of
He was.
something, learn the history.
Yeah. So as I'm growing and getting older, I'm thinking to when he was telling me this, he just wanted to make sure that I knew what I wanted, and that's what I wanted to do. And without me knowing, I showed it to him without even like doing the schoolwork. I found another way. Like I had a paper already. I walked the dogs. I got paid. I paid the $60. Forged the signature. I came home, helmet and football pads. He looked at me.
Well,
I
I like
looked
the
at,
fact that you're determined and
yeah,
you find a way to be able to get what you want, but you also are respectful to your parents.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
You got it, because Pop's a military man and Mama is Haitian. You can't, there's no way out of there. No way out of there. So
Yeah, man.
you got to keep the
I know
manners.
some Haitian ladies. You got to be
Hey,
on point.
you can be strong all you want. They'll grab you by that ear. The worst pain ever, man. I'm telling you.
Did you
Telling you.
guys ever have a chance to visit Haiti yourself?
No. I was actually I wasn't alive when my people used to go back and
Okay.
forth. Yeah, because they used to
Yeah.
take like the babies. Then were like my older brothers. They used to take them over there, and then it just stopped afterwards for me. So I was,
Yeah, it
hey,
started probably getting a little bit more dangerous around that time
yeah,
as
that's what
well.
my mom been telling me. She
Yeah.
always want me to watch videos and catch up on their history about what's going on over there. So
Yeah, yeah. One of my good buddies in work at work, he's from Haiti, and he would always tell
okay,
me about some great stories. But he and his family had to flee because of political uprising and things of
yeah,
that nature. But
Everything is chaos over there. But they kicking wherever they need to kick out, like they did last time. So hey, let's do it.
yeah, definitely. Okay, man. You're going into your senior season. What are your goals?
My goals for this year is All American. There ain't nothing else. First team MEAC, okay. What's you got that on your? You already got that. What else? What's next?
What's
What's
next?
next? What more can you do for yourself, for the team, for the program? What more can you do? And I feel like laying everything on the line for your teammates, for your guys, is basically, you can say, you can put in effort, you can work out, you can, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But if the team don't see progress and you're not progressing for the team, there's nothing that's going to happen for this year. Because if you're thinking about yourself and the team is thinking about the team, that's bad. Because if all 11 guys on the defense, if one, it only takes one person to mess up.
Mm,
If one person mess up, that's a touchdown, right? So you
right.
got to think for yourself, but also you also got to think about the team in a way, because you need them. You can't do it by yourself. You can't. I can't play DB. I can't. I'm gonna say that. I play D. I can't go play DB. I can't go
Right.
play linebacker. Right.
Right. Right.
So just bring your guys along as well. That's another thing. If you see like freshmen, it doesn't matter what class it is. If you see a person lacking in a certain area where you can help and approach the right way and build up somebody else, you've done your job. You've done your job.
Okay.
And if more than one person does that on a team, it just builds a brotherhood, and then we go from there.
Yeah. You guys lost three major seniors, Mr. Gallup, Mr. Jones, and Xavier, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, what did you learn from those guys while they were with you this past 3 years?
I would say from Kenny Gallup, because I talked to him the most. It was just one day we were done with workouts, and I'm sitting in the sauna with him, and we're just chatting it up and things like that. And he's telling me about stuff that I was messing up on, like from last year, my sophomore year or freshman year, that I need to fix.
Okay.
And I'm telling him, how can I progress in a way that's going to help me and that shows the coaches that I'm progressing and not staying in the same position. Told me the little things matter. The little things matter. If you put a list, put in your notes, screenshot the notes, put it as your wallpaper. If it's making your bed, brushing your teeth, folding your clothes, praying, stretching before you leave the room, do that,
Mm,
because it builds habits. It builds a great habit, actually, because once you get things accomplished, they're called, Coach KJ, which is our defense coordinator, he calls those small wins. Those small wins, once you stack them small wins, you're gonna look at the day. By the time the day over, you got a big win.
that's right.
You
That's
done
right.
everything you needed to do for the day. You can finally go to rest. So that's what Kenny Gallup really like emphasized, that the small things really matter.
That's
And
true.
I didn't really talk to Robert Jones like that. I wasn't really that super close with him. I was close with
Okay.
him, but Xavier is also another person that I talk to a lot. Very spiritual man, very gospel man, and I feel like being around him, you can just change automatically. Like the vibes change, everything. It feels more pure just to hang out with Xavier Rubio, because the things he speak about and you see him live them, like the cursing, which I got to work on that too. He doesn't curse at all. He has a girlfriend. They don't fool around at all. So I would say it's a lot to learn just from even sitting back and learning and watching from what he does. It's a lot to learn from Xavier Rubio.
Yeah.
And
He
those, go ahead.
he turned a lot of NFL eyes toward him as well. Hopefully, he'll get a chance at a training camp, or if not, going into one of the other professional leagues. So,
Yes,
um,
sir.
I'm looking at that. Okay, I understand you're a dog enthusiast as well. You love your dog Zeus.
Yes. Hey, actually, come on. Here. He
Oh,
right
look
here
at
with
Zeus. All right,
me.
Zeus.
Hey, he right here with me, man. Hey, I had this little man. He's this big. He got me through some of the toughest times in my life. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is the
Yeah,
closest thing I have to family that's up here,
yeah,
and I feel like I really need him by my side as much as he need me.
yeah.
So
Look, I love dogs as well, man. That's all I've had all my life is dogs. So
yeah,
cats,
yeah,
not so much. Ugh.
yeah. Get him out of there, man. You
Yeah,
can't have
man.
that.
All right. I understand you want to be a business owner. So I applaud you on that, and I know you still got to be able to figure all that out as well. Or do you have exactly what type of business you want to focus on?
Not yet, but my ideas are towards real estate.
Okay,
Selling and
that's
buying and
very
flipping
good.
property. Yes, because you always gonna need somewhere to. Somebody always needs somewhere to live. That's
Yeah,
one of those things that's further down the road. That's still gonna be a possible job for me to still have, because there's a lot of families that's coming out nowadays, and that people need beds and roofs to sleep under. So I like
that's true,
that.
man. Look, my uncle used to always tell me before he passed away just last year, God doesn't
I'm
make
sorry
any
to hear
more
that.
dirt. He's
Yes,
not making
sir.
any more dirt. So,
Yes,
uh,
sir.
and he had a lot of good property, man. So anyway,
Mhm.
all right. Well, look, I appreciate everything that you're doing. We're going to be keeping an eye on you throughout the whole season. But
Yes,
this
sir.
is not going to be the last time you're going to make a visit to HBCU Legends. We need to have you back to talk about your experiences. Um, give me or give the people an idea how they can be able to follow you out there on social media.
So I did have my old account on Instagram. It was the Noah Miles .10. It's the new account that I got right now. It's called Noah Miles .4. I changed my number from 91 from number 4. It's
Oh,
the first
so
person. You're the first
now you're
person
number
that,
4.
yeah.
Okay, all
Yes,
right.
sir. You're the first person that know about this. So
Breaking
that's yes,
news.
sir.
Noah
Yes, sir.
Miles is now number 4 on the Bison.
You can also follow me at Twitter at Noah Miles 813, and then that's all my handles for now. Only got
Okay.
those two. So
Get some action photos and action videos out there for us, man.
yes, sir. Hey, I got some cooking. I
Okay.
got
All right.
some cooking. You're gonna see me on here later, man. I promise. Promise.
What type of vertical you jumping?
Right now, in the tens.
Okay.
I'm
All
I'm
right.
two I'm 260 right now, so in the
Okay.
tens.
All right. You're going to have to get that down a little bit, right?
Yes, sir. Oh, you said vert. You said vert. I'm over
No,
here
that was
thinking
your
you meant
broad jump
broad.
you were talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
right?
That's my broad jump. My vert. We didn't really test that yet. Over here, we're not really jumping as much as we used to. But
But you're going to need to when it comes to
yeah,
those NFL guys.
yeah. Well, I would say though, I do have bunnies. I can dunk. I do
Okay.
have
All
bunnies.
right. All right. And how tall are you now? 6'4" or
6'3.5".
6'3.5"? Okay. All right.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
And you're very lean, so I like that. And you got long arms. That's what's going
Yeah.
to be necessary
The
for that defensive line.
commanders had came in. They measured us earlier, like I think in the spring. He said, "Put out my hand." I was like, he said, "God damn." Yeah. I've been told I wear
You got some
4XL and
mitts.
gloves. Yeah, I wear 4XL and gloves, and sometimes they feel tight on me. So
Really?
yeah, yeah. I got
Yeah,
some
you
real
got some
big
mitts there.
hands.
I can see that,
Yeah,
man. You can
yeah.
palm some heads. Get out of my way.
I like that.
I hear you, man.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Tell everybody why they need to go to Howard University.
Come to Howard to get the education you needed. I promise you, you're going to be in first in line for any job you want, for any profession. As soon as you have that degree in your back pocket, all you got to do is just show it like it's a badge. You in the door, man.
All
It's a
right.
great experience. You can be around people that care about you. It's a small school, but everybody know everybody, and everybody look out for everybody. So I come join the family. Come join the Mecca. How about that?
Yeah. Howard's a great place, man. And
Yes,
had a
sir.
lot of fun up there. And you guys keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy life. Have a great season ahead.
Yes, sir.
And check on us and always give me an update what's going on, okay?
Yes, sir. We'll do.
All
Appreciate
right.
that. Appreciate you having me on here.
You're welcome. That's Mr. Noah Miles. Go and follow him out there on social media, but also keep an eye on him. And he's saying already, Rattlers, he's going to have 3 sacks in the Orange Blossom Classic. All right. You notice he ain't flinch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's get back
I
game
see.
right there. I ain't playing about that one. That's get back game.
All right.
Yeah.
But Noah, appreciate you being with us. You have a great one. Have a great season. Have a blessed season, abundantly blessed season. And hey, man, we'll talk later. Okay.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. I'm Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends. Hope you guys enjoyed our conversations with Bun B as well as Noah Miles. Go and follow us on HBCU Legends on all social media platforms. And you can follow me at KTMOZE on social media as well. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.